shocking bad news for NASCAR teams. There have been steaming of situations between NASCAR and the teams for months, but now everything has gotten to a higher level. Why do race teams want to change NASCAR's broken business model? And what's the current issue teams are facing with the TV rights deal? Stay with us as we bring the reason why there can be a huge split in NASCAR. But before we begin, do subscribe to our channel and hit the like button so you can join this amazing NASCAR Inside family. According to a report that was published by the Associated Press, the top teams in the NASCAR racing series are dissatisfied with the existing commercial model of the series, which they describe as broken, and warn that it has a slim chance of being sustainable in the long term. According to the report, as the top NASCAR Cup Series heads to Charlotte Motor Speedway for a playoff race at the track's road course, Oval Hybrid Roval, teams have taken public their year-long fight with NASCAR over what they view as unfair revenue distribution. Curtis Polk, Michael Jordan's business manager and a part owner in the 23XI racing team that the NBA great created with NASCAR driver Denny Hamlin, stated that the economic model is really broken for teams. Polk is also a part owner in the company. Polk's comments were included in a presentation that was given by the Race Team Alliance, which is the organization that negotiates with NASCAR on behalf of the teams. The presentation was delivered by a sub-community consisting of 4 members, each one from 23XI, Hendrick Motorsports, RFK Racing, and Joe Gibbs Racing, JGR. According to Jeff Gordon, who has won 4 championships and is now the vice chairman of Hendrick Motorsports, the organization has not had a successful season in many years. Despite the fact that Hendrick drivers Chase Elliott and Kyle Larson won the Cup Series championships in the years 2020 and 2021 respectively, this is the case. Gordon expressed his concerns by stating, he has a lot of worries that sustainability is going to be a major struggle. NASCAR is primarily a private corporation that is owned by the France family, which has the most leverage. This is in contrast to Formula One, where the teams negotiate with management for a percentage of the money. According to Polk, the television revenue is technically split between NASCAR, the teams, and the tracks. Nevertheless, NASCAR receives 93% of that money. This is in contrast to the 50-50 split that exists in F1. Although NASCAR did implement a charter structure in 2016, which was effectively a limited number of 36 car slots that teams could buy and sell, the majority of teams still rely on unpredictably arranged sponsorship deals as their primary source of revenue. This unpredictability was brought to light by the departure of Mars Inc., which had been a sponsor of NASCAR continuously since the year 1990. Because of this, JGR was forced to scramble to find a sponsor for 2-time champion Kyle Busch. Since then, Busch has signed with Richard Childress Racing and will leave JGR after completing for them for 15 seasons. NASCAR is also facing criticism from drivers, who point the finger at the stiffness of the new next-gen car as the cause of injuries sustained in recent races. As a result of these injuries, 3 full-time drivers are currently sidelined. The next-gen car is the first new NASCAR racer to be introduced since 2014, and it is currently competing in its maiden season. The next-gen car incorporates hardware such as sequential transaxle and center-locking wheels, both of which bring the Cup Series more in line with other race series. NASCAR has considered making various adjustments to its traditional format in addition to the introduction of the next-gen vehicle. Another piece of news is about NASCAR's TV rights deal. According to Front Office Sports, NASCAR will seek a 10% to 15% boost in rights costs for its next long-term media deal. In early 2023, the stock car racing giant will begin talks with incumbent TV partners, Fox Sports and NBC Sports. Under a long-term agreement that expires at the end of the 2024 season, Fox and NBC pay NASCAR a combined $820 million per year. According to insiders, NASCAR's next contract might be about $900 million to $950 million per year. NASCAR's Senior Vice President of Media and Productions, Brian Herbst, declined to comment on the amount NASCAR is asking. However, NASCAR is bullish on future negotiations, citing a season in which TV viewership increased by 4%. He stated that the race circuit's relationship with television partners Fox and NBC has never been stronger. Herbst also added that they collaborate very closely, not only in terms of scheduling but also in terms of how they monetize the sport, whether that means encouraging more businesses and marketers to spend on Fox and NBC. In 2022, Fox had their 3rd consecutive year of ad revenue growth. In 2022, NBC saw its 2nd consecutive year of ad revenue growth, so it's working for them. both in terms of viewing and ad money. Fox and NBC as incumbents will get the first dibs on the rights, with an exclusive bargaining window. If no agreement is reached, outside bidders such as ESPN, NASCAR's previous TV partner, and streaming giants such as Amazon and Apple may enter the race. NASCAR will most likely seek a long-term contract of 8 to 10 years. However, it will do so in a difficult and challenging commercial environment. Yes, the cost of watching live sports has never been higher. The NFL has secured new rights deals worth more than $100 billion with NBC, Fox, CBS, ESPN, and Amazon through 2033. However, NASCAR will compete for rights payments with the NBA, which is looking for its own long-term $50 billion to $75 billion agreement. NASCAR, like the NBA, may release an exclusive streaming package. The acquisition of a streaming partner may assist NASCAR in increasing its overall rights revenue. There will be a broadcast component to this new media rights arrangement. This new media rights agreement will include a cable component. The media rights agreement will also include a direct-to-consumer or streaming component. What other bids might appear? That's when things get complicated. As the economy approaches a recession, legacy media conglomerates such as ESPN parent Disney and Turner Sports parent Warner Bros. Discovery are cutting costs. According to reports, ESPN, which formerly teamed with NASCAR for 30 years, could be interested in a reunion at the right price. However, NASCAR, which became private in 2019, has a compelling story to tell in the next discussions. TV viewership is increasing once more, and NASCAR is thriving with new locations and technologies. This season, the 2022 NASCAR Cup Series averaged 3.04 million viewers, a 4% increase over last year. Fox's half-season average viewership, 3.7 million, was the highest since 2017, with 30.28 billion total minutes consumed throughout its 3 national racing series. Coverage was the greatest in 5 years. NASCAR's new Clash at the Coliseum event in Los Angeles was a huge success. According to Sports Media Watch, Fox averaged 4.28 million viewers for the preseason race at the historic venue. NASCAR will give Formula One a taste of its own medicine next year when it debuts a street race in downtown Chicago. NBC will broadcast the 2.2-mile 12-turn race, which will pass through Chicago landmarks such as Michigan Avenue and Soldier Field. Herbst feels NASCAR will be negotiating from a position of strength when it comes to broadcast rights. They are very optimistic about their prospects for 2023 and beyond. He believes the sports trend has shifted for the better, both in terms of audience and commercial money, and also the relevance of their brand and sport now in comparison to where they were 5 years ago. He believes that many health indicators and fundamentals of their business are pointing in the correct direction at the right time. What are your thoughts regarding this? Let us know in the comments below. So that was for today's NASCAR updates, and if you liked today's video, then do check out for more videos like this on our channel. Also, do subscribe to our channel and hit the like button for more updates.